All right, Bobby, you're our intro guy.
Today is a special day, and today is a podcast where we talk about that special day. I'm Bobby Parker.
And I'm Joey Nickel.
Welcome to Today Is. I've got to ask this because I don't remember you doing it. Did you turn the camera on?
Yeah.
I'm going to check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it recording? Okay, very good. Welcome to the show. I have a sinus infection.
I've noticed that.
And
you're gross.
Yeah, I have a sinus infection. I'm on so much medication. I'm on a lot of drugs right now. Check 1 2. Yeah.
Check. Yeah.
It's coming in hot. It's coming in hot, but my headphones are not.
Okay.
They're not very good headphones.
Okay.
I can't.
So we're just throwing stuff around at this point. We're saying, hey, you know what? We're going to fight the equipment. We're going to possibly just throw things across the room at some point.
I think I quit.
Oh, okay. I would prefer you not, but you know, as a libertarian-minded person, you do what's best for you, man.
Listen, the problem I have with the biggest complaint I have about being in charge of the recording equipment is I can't storm out.
Yeah.
I can't storm off and leave you to your own devices.
Yeah.
Because I have to come back and get the equipment.
And that's actually the bad part about you owning the equipment and me living here where we record most of the time.
You can't storm out either.
I can't storm out. So it's forcing us to deal with each other. You know, because otherwise we'd be like Israel and Palestine, just at each other's throats. I don't think we'd.
Yeah, why'd you do that? Why'd you bring that up?
I've got. You're letting me talk. I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, we filmed our special.
We did.
I feel like we're gonna mostly talk about that today. We got a little bit of subject to talk about, but we're gonna mostly talk about filming the special. Because it was a big thing that happened. I have been sick for a while.
Several weeks,
and I went to the doctor right after. I went to the urgent care right after filming the special the next day and got a bunch of drugs. Wes also went to the hospital.
Yeah, Wes went to the emergency room.
Wes went to the emergency room for his condition. And he shows up. He didn't go to his festival because he was sick all week, and he shows up to the special, and he says, "If I didn't have the special today, I would have gone to the ER last night."
Yeah.
But he was afraid if he went to the ER, they'd keep him for a day, and he wouldn't be able to make it out in time for the special.
Did he also tell you what we should do if he passes out in his chair?
He said, if I pass out, this button leans me back or raises me up, which I can't remember.
It leans him back.
Yeah. Because if I pass out, this button leans me back. I was like, all right, good to know.
So that's a scary thing for him to tell me.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, it was. It was. There were a lot of trials and tribulations leading up to the special. A lot of things going wrong.
A couple things that went wrong during the special.
A couple things went wrong. We'll get to that, definitely. Yeah. A couple things went wrong during the special. I am very grateful that the directors or the runners of the theater allowed us to come early.
Yes.
I'm very, very grateful because we needed that time. You got there at like 4, I think.
Yeah, I was there at 4. They had the doors open for us at 4. We got loaded in and set up. Right, I made sure that I tipped them a little.
Yeah. I'm glad you did that. Well, I think the tip might have been also for a little thing that happened later. But I'm very grateful that they allowed us to be in early, and I'm glad the sound guy was there early because we needed that time to get ready. It took us that long to get ready before doors open, and then we were able to be almost completely set up by 5:45-ish, and have plenty of time to get changed and into our show clothes before before the show started. You went first, which I'm very grateful that you went first.
Yep.
When you suggested the order, I was like, sure. I'm not going to argue with that. When you said you wanted to go first and then me and then Wes, I think that worked out nicely. I did not want to go first.
I knew that there was the potential for argument about the order, and not in a bad way, but no one wants to go first, really.
Yeah, nobody really wants to go first. However, there is a silver lining to going first. Is then you're done.
Yeah,
like that did appeal to me a little bit. I was like, you know what? If like when you finished on the first show, I was like, if I had gone first, I'd be done by now. And then and then it's less pressure for the rest of the show.
I'll let you know. Part of it was also me thinking, if I'm going first, there's no way my set's getting cut short if we're running behind on time.
That is true too. Yeah. If we're running behind on time and we've got to get things going, there's no way you have to cut short because you're going first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I put a lot of thought in it. That was the silver lining for me, but I suggested the lineup for two reasons. One, that was the order of the poster, which just randomly the order of the poster.
Yeah.
And two, I thought about it. I'm like, well, as I've technically been doing stand up longer, even though I've had a much bigger break in the middle, but you two have had more success than me and have done more things than me. So I'm like, you know what? It works out. I should go first. And I said, let's put ego aside. I'm going to go first, and then I look for those silver linings.
Yeah. And which my idea before you suggested that was to just do random order and just have us draw straws or whatever. I was actually trying to figure out how to do random order, and at first I was like, well, what if we just ask ChatGPT to put us in a random order? But then there's actually no such thing as random when it comes to computers. I don't know if you know that about computers.
Yeah, it'll be somewhat.
It'll seem random to us, maybe. But there's no such thing as random. Like that's not a thing that computers can do. They actually can't do true random. And actually what some people do, have you heard about this? In order for computers to observe random or to use random in an equation or in some sort of calculation, they use lava lamps. Have you heard about this?
No.
Computers will view lava lamps in order to calculate random. In order to have random in an equation.
It sounds like computers are getting a little wacky with the tobacco in the 60s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But like computer programmers will have a wall of lava lamps that the computer will observe to be able to use random, because computers cannot.
I don't
random.
see how them looking at a lava lamp makes them, like, I understand lava lamps function somewhat randomly because the little bubbles are going up, but how does that make the computer think random?
I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
That's all the information I have about that.
That seems like the normal amount of expertise that we bring to this podcast with our
limited extensive research.
Yeah, our limited extensive research.
But yeah, so anyway, I was just gonna have us draw straws and go random, but honestly, you stepping up and making a decision helped everybody. Like, it was just like, then the decision's made, and then we don't have to think about it. Just one less thing we have to worry about for two shows.
Yeah, that was kind of my goal. I wanted to have as much done and set before we got there. Yeah. So we didn't have to worry about any of the other things. So you were sick. Wes was sick. We were able to get there early to like set up the technical parts of things, which were not my cup of tea. I did defer that to the experts. But the most stressful thing for me in the entire thing was people showing up an hour and a half early.
Yeah. So what happened there? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
Our show started at 6:30,
Yep.
and our
Which, by the way, could we have done it earlier if we wanted to, or was that the earliest we could? They wanted to let us do
We
it.
technically rented from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m.
But like, could we have rented from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. instead?
So we if we had rented different hours, it would have basically been renting the first half of the day versus the second half of the day.
I see.
So we could have rented the entire day, like if we had gone like earlier than 6.
Those are just the evening rental times.
Right. Yeah.
The only reason I bring that up is because I was like, could we have gotten more people to the 9 o'clock show if we had gone early on the first show?
Yeah.
Like if we'd have gone 5:30 and 8 instead of 6:30 and 9, would that? I guess it doesn't matter now, but but anyway, just curious.
Yeah. It's a good question. Next time. Because I think there might be a next time at this theater.
I think we will. I think for sure I would like to pursue having another show there. I think I would like if somebody wanted to film a special in the area, and if somebody wanted to, I think we could do. I think me and Travis and Emery could provide this as a service to somebody if they wanted to.
Yeah.
If they wanted to do this at that theater. If we could probably do it.
Yeah, I'm very, but yeah, getting back to this, the people showing up early. So we're scheduled to start at 6:30. Doors open at 6, and our earlier crowd skewed older.
Sure.
I know that my parents, wonderful, amazing people, bought a block of tickets to sell to their friends at the YMCA in church. And I told my mother very specifically, hey, the show starts at 6:30. The doors open at 6. You should be there probably about 6:15.
Yeah.
And she told everyone to show up at 5.
Yeah, that's early.
Yeah,
that's quite a bit earlier than 6:15.
A full like if somebody showed up at like 5:45, I would have been like, you know what, you just misjudged the drive time.
Right. Right.
You know, maybe you didn't. You're worried about rain, so you got here a little bit early, so you didn't have to walk in the rain. I get that. Sure. In a full hour before the doors were supposed to open, and it wasn't just like one or two people. We had a crowded lobby an hour before the doors were supposed to open.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I got to sit out there with them and check them in, and like they showed up a full 45 minutes before the people who were working
there to work the
front door started showing up. So. Yeah. That was by far the stressful part for me.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh well. It worked out. Wonderful people, lovely people. They're there to support us. They were trying to do the right thing. It just was a kick in the shins.
Yeah. It was a good crowd. We had a good amount of people. Everything worked out technically that I wanted it to work out. I got the everything set up, even with a couple hiccups of trying to work out the cord for the mic, which they did have a setup for a corded mic, which was great.
Right.
Which I didn't have to worry about trying to figure that out. I just had to worry about then setting it up to record. I was splitting off of that mic to record. Everything sounded really good on my end. I used this same recorder I'm using right now. Everything sounded good. I had a nice little setup. I had my headphones on. It all sounded good, but I didn't know how it was going to sound until I listened to it isolated.
Right.
But everything just kind of worked out nicely. I'm glad we had that extra time. It was. We started pretty close to on time. Like we did. We had a pretty good pickup there. Jen did a good job warming people up.
So some of the things I heard was, as much as I loved the three guys, I'd love to see more of Jen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I mean,
good.
She's that good.
She's very good.
She's fantastic.
She did great. She did very good. And I did the housekeeping announcements at the beginning because I really wanted Jen to be able to focus on just warming them up.
Right.
Like I didn't even care. I mean, she did a little introduction about the show, and stuff like that. I didn't even care if she did that. I just wanted her to be funny for 10 minutes before we get started so that everybody's ready. And then the show got going, and the crowd was really good. I could hear it. It was kind of nice because we had the 2 levels of curtains, so we could kind of stand behind the curtains and listen to how the crowd was doing.
Yeah.
Crowd did phenomenal with Jen. The crowd did phenomenal with you.
Yeah.
Crowd did phenomenal 99% of my set.
Yeah, you've got that percentage down pretty well there.
So we'll talk. We'll finish talking about your set. How did you feel about your set as you were going on? And I bought a timer. How'd you like that timer? Did that help?
The timer was great.
I just really, and I sent it to the group chat. I was like, hey, should I bring a timer, or are you good on your own? And Wes said, definitely bring a timer.
Right.
And I said, great, I'll buy one online. I did some research, found one that I knew was going to be very good visually.
Right.
I put it on the side of the stage. That stage was just shaped perfectly for stuff, everything we needed. We were able to have tons of room for the microphones without them being in the camera shot. We were able to have all that room for the side camera, for the audience camera. We were able to have all that room for the ramp.
Yeah.
The ramp worked out.
We had to ADA the stage to get Wes up there, but it worked.
It worked. We had to use 2 ramps in order to get him up there because there's a lip on the stage. That timer just worked out perfectly. I had it counting up because I didn't. You could make it count down, but I had to go through a lot to set it each time.
Right.
Whereas the up button was just an up button.
In counting up,
actually, when I thought about it, is better anyway.
Yeah, because you can see if you're over.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had the same thought. It was kind of a side effect that I thought of later. I was like, oh, if we'd have done counting up or counting down, when it got to 0, we wouldn't have known how far we were over. So counting up was actually better. Which worked out great. So we basically figured out why Europe does counting up on scoreboard timers for soccer. Now we know. Exactly.
I mean, the World Cup came to America, and now we're counting up.
Yeah.
So it works.
Yep. We can definitely thank the World Cup for the success of our special.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you feel when you were on? How did you feel as the set ended?
I felt fantastic. I think that was one of the best sets that I've had in a long time, if not ever. And
yeah,
I want to give a special shout out to words of advice that Danny Johnston sent to us the morning of.
Yeah.
He's like, he said wonderful things to us, praise, and he said, hey, some things are going to go right, some things are going to go wrong. You're not going to get everything that you want on stage. Like you're going to have your set list. You're going to have to leave some things out because of timing. And he was absolutely right, because I had like 2 or 3 more jokes that I wanted to do in the first set. I'm like, I'm not going to have time. Let me just kind of let some of this laugh sit for an extra moment and just enjoy that and cut off naturally. Yeah. And I was thrilled. There were a couple small jokes and add-ons that I had at the beginning that I had kind of done before, and I'm like, I hope I remember them. I remembered them, and it was one of the best intros I think I've had after like the first 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounded great. Everything sounded like, as you were up there, it all sounded great. We were all backstage talking about how great everything was going, like just the crowd and the sets. And then I got up there.
Yeah, how'd your set go, Joey?
Listen, this congestion, if I laugh, I'm going to cough. All right. So, I get up there, and by the way, I'm already on Dayquil and guaifenesin and caffeine. Like I drank a Red Bull to try to get my headache gone before the show, before my set. Which, luckily, I did not. Like, I was really worried I was going to cough on stage. That was my biggest fear, was I was going to cough and it was going to derail a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize I can always repeat the joke, but it's like if I'm in the middle of magic, I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose the audience. So I was really afraid I was going to cough or sneeze or have to blow my nose or something. None of that happened, which was great. Really glad that was the case. I sprayed my throat before I went on, make sure that to try to avoid any of this happening. So I go on. I'm in, and I can tell you exactly how long it was when I look at the footage. But it was, I want to say, between a minute and a half and 2 minutes, maybe less.
I'm going to say I think it was less than that.
Less than that.
I think it was less than that.
I started with my opener for what I had planned, and a woman gets up, and I've seen the footage. I looked at the footage because we did have a camera on the audience.
Right.
A woman gets up. She walks completely out of the seating area and starts walking up the aisle, makes it to the area right before you get to the lobby, and falls down and passes out, slam. It wasn't even like a trip. It wasn't a trip and fall, which I thought it was. I thought she had tripped coming out of the seat, but looking at the footage, she slammed on the ground, and the show came to a stop. They did is there a doctor in the house? Like that whole thing, the sure sign that you cannot just keep going.
Right. And I would like to point out, again, I've said this once, this is the audience that's skewed older.
Yes, by the way, this is the audience that's skewed older. It's a 6:30 show for a clean show, by the way.
Yes.
And it is mostly our friends and family for the first show.
Yes.
I don't know that there might have been some theater people there.
A lot of church people.
But a lot of people from church, a lot of people from, my family was there, your family was there. This was mostly the family show.
Right.
Where meaning our families were there.
Yes.
And in fact, there's this. I don't know if there were any kids at the show, but if there were, it would have been this show because it was the 6:30 show.
Right.
Completely falls down. We don't on the stage. I have no idea what's going on. The audience has no idea what's going on. A couple nurses leave the front row, which, by the way, is the thing I'm most mad about. Is that now there's 2 open seats in the front row? But what are you going to do? So these 2 nurses leave the front row to go help this woman. And I thought it was an old woman who fell. I thought for sure it was a broken hip or something like that.
From backstage, I heard somebody say, "Is there a doctor in the house? There's a medical emergency." Yeah. So I ran up the aisle. I jumped off stage.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. I went up.
It's funny because you would have passed me to run up the aisle.
No,
or did you go outside?
I was on you were on the right hand side of the stage. I went up the left hand side of the stage.
Okay.
I went down the ramp basically.
Oh, okay. So you kind of snuck by.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not notice that at all. I did not notice that you had gone up there. So you're seeing all this happen then. At this point you know more than I do.
Yeah,
probably.
I was back there when they led her into the private areas to be examined by ended up being 3 nurses and a nurse practitioner or the physician assistant level nurse.
So turns out she was just drunk.
Incredibly so.
It turns out so they go pretty quickly to "you're good,"
right. And
so I'm like, okay, it must not be a broken hip,
right?
If they're giving me the "you're good" sign. Turns out that, and how do I say this on a family-friendly podcast? Turns out this was Wes told us we didn't know who it was or the situation or anything. And by the way, she didn't get drunk there because
No.
they do serve alcohol there, but not a lot. It's just
Right.
like a couple beers or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's usually like, here's a small glass of wine that's very overpriced.
Yes, right.
yeah.
It's a theater. It's not like they're not getting you drunk. And the concessions people were like, we didn't serve her all that
Right.
alcohol.
And when I say very overpriced, I'm not slamming the theater. It's normal theater price.
That's how theaters go.
Right.
So she had pre-gamed. She had come completely drunk. We found out later that it was Wes's high school wrestling coach.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
His high school wrestling coach, who he's still friends with.
Still keeps in touch with. Very elderly gentleman. Has to walk with a cane.
Yeah.
He, I guess, was worried about showing up alone, and hired somebody to come with him.
He hired a friend for the evening.
He hired a friend for the evening, and that just felt like he didn't want to come alone.
And the friend for the evening said, you know what? We're going to go see a clean comedy show at 6:30 p.m. I better get my drink on.
I better get drunk beforehand. Yeah. And that's what happened. And apparently she threw up too. Somebody had to clean that up, which I'm glad you gave a little extra money because of that incident.
Yeah.
And that happened, and the whole set, came to a stop, and I said, I made a joke about killing him or what, like something about, I guess I'm killing it, or I can't remember. I don't even remember. Like, I'm at that point, it's an out-of-body experience for me. Like, I'm just like, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen in the middle of my set. The only thing worse, I don't even know if me passing out would have been worse, because me passing out, it's like
that would have gone viral.
Right? That's good footage at least. Me passing out, I don't even know, but so I think it actually was a blessing that it happened so early in my set.
Yes,
because I could start over without any problems, and I did, and I started over because I didn't want the punchline to be stepped on. It's right in the middle. I mean, if it had been in between jokes, it would have been different, but it was like right in the middle of a punchline. So I started the timer over. I told them, hey, I'm going to start over. I'm going to tell the same jokes that I just told. Try to be a good sport about it and laugh. And they did.
Yeah.
To their credit, they laughed better than they did the first time I told the jokes. And it worked. It was great. The set went well. I feel like it was one of the best sets I've ever had. The audience was so good. I would say the only mistakes I made on that first set is I had two little wording things that I made sure to cover on the next set, so that I can fix that in post if I want to. But other than that, it was almost perfect. Like, I almost could just release that and not have to pull any footage from the other set. It went so well for the first set, which I had doubts. Was not sure how well it would go on that first set.
So you mentioned pulling footage from the second set. My second set, I thought, was one of the worst sets I've had in a long time.
It was that big of a contrast, huh?
It was that big, and the reason here is I knew the first set hit. I'm like, I know that's good.
So you didn't have as much stakes in the second set.
I did not. I'm like, I want to kind of experiment here and tell some of things in slightly different order, get some other jokes in, and I'm like, there's a story that I want to tell that I've told on stage a couple times that I don't have a natural into. I'm like, I think I can use the adrenaline to try to just make it work. And it worked out fairly well. I think I've got a punchline at the end of it now that kind of works. But the set itself was not as
a whole.
Yeah, as a whole, I was disappointed in my second set.
The second crowd was definitely not as good. I mean, obviously it was smaller.
Right.
But I had to work a little harder.
Yeah,
with this crowd.
They definitely did not pregame.
They definitely did. Yeah. I had to work a little harder with this crowd, which was fine, because I actually, honestly, at one point in the show, I do think my first set went really well overall. However, I do get to a flow state in my sets. I do get to a point where I'm comfortable, and it's like I feel like I can do no wrong at a certain point. Like, I get a good rhythm. That's why I have the stool. That's when I sit down. I sit down when I'm in my flow state, and I'm like, all right, let's get personal here. Let's get now I'm comfortable with you. And sometimes I can do that in 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes. On my first set, it took 15 minutes. It took the first half. It took more than the first half for me to get to my flow state.
Right.
Even though the set was going well, the jokes were going well, the audience was great, I was delivering well. To get to my comfortable flow state, it took 15 minutes.
It would have taken less time had you not been so medicated.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true. If I weren't sick, I probably wouldn't have had as big of a problem getting to that point. So that was my only complaint about the first. Well, that was one of my two complaints about one of my three complaints about.
One of the plethora of complaints I had.
It turns out I have a lot of complaints about the first show. I do feel like the first show was the better show, but I did get to that flow state a lot quicker with the second show. Part of it was because I was so relaxed from the first show. I was like, the first show was almost perfect, and we had that happen. And so I'm like, what could possibly go wrong with the second show? That like nothing is going to get me down on the second show.
There was a drive-by shooting in the second show.
Yeah, right. There's not. It's going to be very hard to get me down for the second show. So I got to that flow state and comfortable a lot sooner. I sat down on the stool a lot sooner. I told 2 extra stories. I omitted one story, and then I told 2 extra stories because I went 5. We did an extra 5, or I did an extra 5, to try to get, because I really wanted to tell the lawnmower joke and stuff, but I wasn't sure if I want it in my special or not. I can't decide because I know that some things that I'll be submitting this time to don't want you to mention drugs at all.
Right.
And I do mention drugs in that bit, and not that I'm not like doing drugs in the bit, but I mention a crackhead.
Right. Yeah.
And so I wanted to have the option of not having it in there. And so I told a separate story for the first set. I didn't tell this story in the first set, but I wanted that story. So I told it in the second set, and then I told another extra story at the end.
You know what I'm realizing now is that we should probably tell everyone that Wes is okay.
Oh yeah, Wes is fine.
Yeah, Wes is fine because
he did go to the emergency room, but he is okay.
He's home now.
Yeah.
And he has texted us, and he is back to his normal snarky self.
Yeah, he's fine. He's okay. He had some stomach issues, but he's now okay. Yeah. 15 minutes ago, everybody was like, what? They didn't say, did he die? Was still in the emergency room a week later?
Normally, at this point, he would be dead or in jail.
Yeah. But we don't know. He could be dead or in jail.
Yeah, but Wes is a friend of the show. He's a good friend of the show.
Wes is okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I felt like the second set I was able to get a little more, and I do feel like there was a point in the second show where I had a real good rhythm and I was really getting some good laughs. I had this one, and I got to listen to it because there was a section I'm like, man, I hope that was a good section I can use because I really felt like I was building and the laughs were getting bigger at this one story or this joke. It went well. It went very well. We have looked at the footage.
Yep, I've seen a couple little clips. I'm very happy with it.
I went ahead and did as much as I could to edit. So Travis has not given us the full raw footage yet. He's still working on it. He sent all of us a little 1.5 minute, or actually, it might not even been that. I think it was less than a minute. The clip each.
Yeah. It was...
I think mine was 42 seconds. But he sent 4 clips to the group chat so that we could check out the coloring and stuff like that. I do feel like the raw footage is a bit bright.
Yes.
I feel like we're a little bit washed out, which there's a couple things I would have looked into now that we're done. I probably would have talked to the lighting people a little bit more and adjusted that a little bit because I do like our background. I did like our curtains. They kind of the way the lighting worked with them, and then we pulled in the red curtains a little bit to give it a little bit of color. I like our background, but because the lights were so bright, it washed us out a little bit, and so we're having to adjust the exposure, which means we see less of the background. because we're gonna have to change our exposure so our skin color looks decent. And Wes did get a little brighter than us because he was a little lower on the stage. So I think the lights were angled in a certain way that it made him look a little whiter than us. But that's fine. I actually did my own adjusting of it with my phone, and it was fine. It looked better after that. So I'm sure whatever Travis can do is going to be better than what I can do even. So it still looked good. It still was very highly detailed, which is great. I feel like the 4K is good. Even and I don't remember how many frames per second, but it looks good. Whatever the settings he had it on looks great. I think it's just going to be an issue of coloring. We're going to have to color that a little bit, change the color a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went ahead and edited it to make it like a special. Did a kind of a rough edit. I only used my phone, but I zoomed in a little bit on me. I adjusted the colors a little bit. I added the audio from the recording, and I added footage from the audience. And I think it turned out good. Everybody seemed to think that looked good.
Yeah, I thought it looked great. I'm looking forward to as much as it feels weird to say this, I'm looking forward to getting it and also cutting it up.
Yeah.
I'm looking for digestible clips, if you will.
Yeah, and that's a big part of why we did it. We want to be able to clip farm it moving forward for this next year or so. It was I think it's going to be great. Definitely, if we do this again for somebody else, there's a couple things I want to improve on.
Yep.
That we couldn't foresee ahead of time. But other than that, I think it turned out great. I think we're going to end up with great specials, especially for the cost.
Yes.
We were above breaking even, which is great. Anything above breaking even was great as far as ticket sales. And renting the place and paying Travis and Emery and paying the staff a little bit. Even after that, we all walked home with a little bit of money.
Yeah. I was impressed with that. Especially, I was very impressed with the ticket sales for the first show. The second show, we lagged behind, but not considerably.
Yeah, we still had a good number for the second show. We just had to get a little creative and lower the price a little bit.
And I'll say one thing. We had at least 5 no shows, which doesn't sound like a lot, but
total or for the second show.
For the second show.
Oh.
So the second show we had at least 5 tickets who never came in.
Okay.
Which stinks. I wish they had, but I'm glad we don't offer refunds.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, we made most of the money for the first show. That was where we made most of our money, which was we kind of I going in. I knew we were maybe going to have to lower the price on the second show to get some more people in.
Right.
I was more concerned once we hit our break even on the first show.
We didn't care.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. I mean, we can open it up and get some more people in there. I was more concerned with evening out the crowds, which ended up being okay. I had a few people come from trivia.
Very nice.
Which was nice. That had never been to one of my comedy shows before because they don't want to drive to Jacksonville. And I do trivia literally 9 minutes from the theater, so they were happy to come out there. And it worked out. But yeah, overall, great experience. We'll see how things go moving forward. I don't know what I'm gonna do about editing because I don't know. Editing that little clip I did yesterday was kind of a test. I was try to see if I hated it, and I don't know. I don't know if I hated it. Although I might still be too close to the material to be able to edit my own clips. I don't know. I can't decide.
That's the thing. I have actually played around a little bit with doing some AI editing for like the intro, like slideshow kind of thing. Just the little bit we've had.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see how things look. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. This is let me. I don't think it's gonna show here. Oh well. Yeah, I probably deleted it. That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the finished product, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get us the finished product. But I'm very grateful to Travis and everything that he's been doing, everything he was able to do for us.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. Some of the things that he was able to set up and do. So highly recommend Travis.
Yeah.
Travis Santo.
Travis Santo, his Instagram is Shots by Santo. Great photographer, great videographer, good quality cameras,
and good person.
Good person, yeah, really good person.
I would. Oh, I just completely lost that train of thought. Oh well. Doesn't matter.
All right. So yeah. So be on the lookout for. Be on the lookout for that.
Oh, question.
Oh.
I know we talked about this last time. Have you thought of a name for your special?
Honestly, no, and I probably won't until I've listened to it. I mean, I think I said this last time. I always wanted to use the term Mormonly obese,
right?
But I don't think I can do that. But I don't know.
I told you what I was leaning towards, and there's zero chance I'm going to use that one now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was hoping for some inspiration from you, but I think I'm also going to have to listen to it and go through it because
I might have to listen to it and just see like what's the big joke, like what did the best, what joke did the best, maybe work from there.
Right.
Reverse engineer a title from there. I don't know. I don't have.
I think I'm just going to call mine Werewolf.
Yeah.
For no reason whatsoever. Yeah. I want people to watch it and then wonder where was the werewolf.
I will say that I don't think I did the name bit on the first show. I think I did the name, which I don't even know if I want that in the special. But I did have an idea for a funny idea for the album. Was if I have a bit where I explain my name, Joey Nickel, and I thought it would be funny if the name of the album was Joey Nickel too. So it's like the name of the album is Joey Nickel, the name of the artist is Joey Nickel, and the name of the track is Joey Nickel also. So
that would be fun.
I think that would be fun, but I probably will not name it that. I might say, I don't know. I'm actually a fan of classy titles like Live from the Whatever or like something like that. I mean,
right.
Like I could say Live from Orange Park, but that seems, I don't know. The theater has a very, it's just the Orange Park Community Theater, which I don't know. Maybe that's funny to say Live from the Orange Park Community Theater. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. So here's what I'm thinking.
What? There's a AI werewolf.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. So, no, I actually love the I love that theater. I like little small theaters that are
it
well
was really
done
good,
and well maintained.
It was a very well made theater. It was great. The one improvement I might do if we bring somebody else there to film one of these is maybe put a rug down. Just because it's a working theater,
right?
So there's a lot of paint on the ground and stuff like that, and markings from them doing other community theater projects.
Yep.
So I think I would maybe put a rug down next time. But honestly, like the little stuff gives it character anyway, which is fine. But it's a great theater, and I didn't even know this going in, but the sound system was just set up perfectly for recording an audience.
So I did not know that. I knew it sounded great when I was on stage performing there before. But
the speakers are a little bit away from the stage. So, and there's monitor speakers, but we turn those off. And then, so the crowd mics really did not pick us up at all, which is great. It only picked up the crowd, which is what I wanted. Nice. And honestly, that was the best the recordings have gone in all of my tests. Like I went to different venues testing it out, and every time I was not quite satisfied with how much I was getting picked up on the mics, on the crowd mics, just based on speaker placement or where, my limitations on where I could. Honestly, the best recording I got was at the Comedy Zone bar because there was only one speaker, so I could put the microphone away from the speaker as much as possible. But their way they had their speakers set up was perfect to where
I love it.
It didn't get picked up on the mics at all, on the condenser mics at all, and we got a really good crowd. I think I might turn us up a little bit, like turn up my voice a little bit, which it's recorded in 3 separate tracks.
Right.
There's the right side of the crowd, the left side of the crowd, and us. So I can adjust whatever I need to. But other than that, it was almost a perfect audio recording. Which I'm very happy about and excited to work with moving forward.
Excellent.
Well, we should talk about a day a little bit.
Yeah. I guess that is kind of our thing.
I saw what you texted. What were the 2 options? It was Honeybee Day,
World Honeybee Day, and or Lemon Meringue Pie Day.
Well, I feel like if we were gonna do lemon meringue pie, we should have brought one.
Right. Yeah.
So we could do World Honeybee Day. We only have what time is it?
It is 5:54.
Okay, so we only have about 10 minutes left of the podcast to where I need to get going.
Well, that makes sense because that's about how long honeybees have until they die.
You mean in general in the world?
In general in the world,
they're endangered.
They're endangered. They're
Are they?
dying all the time. Yes.
Yeah, that is a problem. Who was it that said the day honeybees go extinct, we can count our day? We can count our days are numbered as a human race.
Dusty Slay.
It was. I think he has said that, but
he has.
Somebody
said that.
smart has said that, like Einstein or something. I don't know.
Probably somebody like.
I could see Neil deGrasse Tyson saying something like that, but he's not a biologist.
No, he's
a space guy.
He's got actually very, very troubling views on biology, but that's neither here nor there.
Troubling views.
He does. He's
troubling views on biology.
He has some what I think are extremely unscientific views on biology.
Sure, but he's not a biologist.
No,
so I'm not listening to him for biology anyway.
No, I'm listening.
He's
not.
an astrophysicist.
Yeah,
so.
if he's talking about a star, I'm like, okay, I believe you.
Yeah. I'll give him some grace on the biology if he's wrong because he's not a biologist. But right. I will say honeybees, there is a honeybee problem.
Yeah.
They're disappearing, and nobody quite knows why. Some people think it's cell phones.
Some people think it's cell phones. Some people think it's
pesticides.
Pesticides. Overpopulation is a big thing.
But have you been to Wyoming?
I have not. Well, actually, I have it, but it's been a long.
I don't know,
long
man.
time.
I don't know. Anybody who subscribes to overpopulation beliefs, I don't know. I understand like some areas need to have less people in them.
Yeah.
I think which honestly, it's kind of been working out in California. People are moving from California anyway, but I think there's definitely areas.
People we know about.
What do you mean?
I was talking about illegal immigration.
I see. Yeah. People are. Yeah, they're just helping with overpopulation. That's what they're doing. That's what ICE is doing in California, fighting the good fight of overpopulation in California.
Goodness. Yeah.
Even though Mexico was there first, it was part of Mexico before it was part of the United States.
They should have conquered it better.
They should have been better stewards.
Yes,
they should have kept.
Absolutely.
They should have kept what they had. Anyway, I don't think the world is overpopulated. I think there's plenty of resources. I think they're being used incorrectly. I think that's the problem.
That's a fair assessment.
I think too many corporations are using too many resources that don't need to be, and we should be like there's no reason we should be worried about overpopulation.
Oh, I'm going to agree, and then just slightly alter it. Too many governments are telling people how to use their resources.
Sure, there's that too. And I feel like that exists also.
Yeah.
But that being said,
honeybees.
Yes. Honeybees are a problem. The lack of honeybees are a problem. How are you with honey? Do you like honey?
I love honey.
I love honey.
Honey is my second favorite sweetener.
I use honey every day.
Okay.
I make a lemon honey tea every day
Ooh,
with local raw honey.
Very nice.
Local honey is very good for you. There's a lot of antibodies in there. There's a lot of like if you have allergy issues, they say use local honey because it's pollinated by local plants.
Yep. That's the big one for local honey.
I use local honey. I drink local honey every day. Every day I make a tea in the morning, and I put a little bit of lemon, a little bit of local honey, and it's delicious. Hot water.
So, I've got to share this use of honey. I find it to be odd but fun. My son likes honey on his hot dogs.
Huh.
Like we will cook a hot dog in the air fryer for him. We'll
Like honey on as a condiment.
Yeah. So we'll do a spiral cut on the hot dog so it crisps up and has like fun little crisp edges on it.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. If you've never done that hot dog in an air fryer, put little cuts in it.
You can do the little cross cuts too.
Right,
that works too.
Yeah, it's great. And then the only condiment that he'll use is a drizzle of honey.
That seems odd. I want to try it now. Now, I will say this. I love honey barbecue.
Yeah.
We put honey in barbecue sauce all the time.
Absolutely.
And I love a good barbecue sauce on a hot dog.
Yeah, I use it. I will use honey when I do barbecue. I'll use it when I
Honey's a great barbecue tool.
Do like an Asian inspired
Honey is
things.
great with Asian chicken. Any kind of I like honey on fried chicken. Honey mustard.
I love
honey mustard is maybe the best dipping sauce ever created.
It's got to be up there.
I mean, we may have to do a dipping sauce. We need to find dipping sauce day, and we need to do like a tournament of dipping sauces and decide once and for all which one is the best.
So do you actually make your own honey mustard, or do you go out and buy honey mustard?
I have made my own honey mustard before, but I like buying honey mustard. Ken's is good. Ken's is a salad dressing brand. They make a honey mustard that's good. It's a good big bottle honey mustard.
Okay.
When we're talking, just mass market. But I also like there's a honey Dijon that's really good. I like honey Dijon mustard. It's a little stronger on the mustard side.
Right.
Very good for bratwurst and stuff like that. I like Chick-fil-A sauce. It's
a honey mustard.
Honey mustard kind of base, but it's got a little more seasoning to it. Chick-fil-A sauce, honestly, maybe my favorite.
It's good.
It's really good.
I will say though, when I want good honey mustard, like I'm not opposed to the sauces. I try not to have a lot of them now, but when I want honey mustard, nothing beats making your own honey mustard.
Really?
Just a little bit of honey and a little bit of like stone ground mustard. The big hunk seeds.
Where you can see the seeds.
Just mix that in to the consistency you want, and it is phenomenal.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that. I'll have to try making my own.
But yeah, the boy, he will just have honey on a hot dog. That's it. Yeah,
I might have to try that.
He doesn't like other condiments at all. So I'm kind of impressed that he went there, but I'm like, I don't know how you got to this, but it's not bad. It's just not my thing.
So what, in my opinion, and I'm going to get some hate for this, and I may have already said this on the podcast. In my opinion, ketchup is the worst of all the condiments.
I'm right there with you.
I am not a fan of ketchup, and I understand there's a difference between not being a fan of ketchup and just not thinking it's the best.
Right.
I am both. I do not think in my opinion, ketchup is a garbage condiment. It's a pedestrian condiment. I am not against you if you like ketchup. I'm not like, ooh, how can you like ketchup? But if you're like ketchup's top tier, here's how I know that the general public does not view ketchup as a good condiment, or as like, if nobody's making house ketchup, and if they are, it's weird. Like you're not going to a restaurant and they're like, "Hey, can I get some ketchup?" And it's like, "Yeah, actually, we make it here." You're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
what kind of psychos making that ketchup?"
Yeah, most people that hear like, "Hey, there's house ketchup," you're like, "Ah."
Yeah, you're like, "You got anything else?"
Yeah.
But you say house anything else, any other condiment, and you're like, "Oh, I bet it's great. I bet it's phenomenal condiment."
Yeah.
Right?
So ketchup to me is like the starter or an ingredient for what other condiments should be. Like, because a lot of times it's like, hey, we're making this, and you need a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So it's there as kind of a base. It's you're leaving out like all the stuff that you would want in it.
Yeah. The only time I will eat ketchup, I will put it in things that require it for a recipe, like a meatloaf or something like that.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't put ketchup on the meatloaf. Like most meatloaf recipes have you put ketchup in the meatloaf,
Right.
which is fine,
Or on top.
or onto or you can glaze it on top.
Right.
But even then, I don't use ketchup when I glaze a meatloaf. I use barbecue sauce.
I use ketchup and then I put
Doctor it up a little bit.
green peppers on it. And,
okay.
That ends up tasting pretty good.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
But the only time I will eat ketchup as a condiment is if there is absolutely nothing else, and I've got a burger or a hot dog, because I'm not eating it dry. I'm not eating a burger or a hot dog dry. So if I have nothing else, I will use ketchup.
So I've made a very conscious decision to avoid almost all high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, and ketchup's got a lot of that.
And so I don't eat ketchup very specifically because of
the high
that.
fructose
I
corn
do
syrup.
actually have some ketchup in our refrigerator that does not have high fructose.
Oh, really?
Corn. Yep.
Is it better?
Or
is it?
It tastes
the same?
It tastes about the same.
Okay.
But like
better for you, I guess.
Yeah, the rare occasions where I'm like, hey, just a burger sometimes with ketchup, mustard, and pickles. I'm like, you know what? Okay.
I will eat. See, I am beyond. I'm even a step further than that. Like I don't like ketchup pretty much, but I will only eat it if it's the only thing. I will have a burger with just mustard on it.
Oh, I've done that.
Mustard
and onions.
Before I eat ketchup. Mustard, yeah, that's the classic way to have a burger.
Yeah,
that's how it was invented that way. Mustard and onions, but I'm not a big onion fan.
I love them.
Only texturally. Like I don't like I have the same issue with celery and stuff like that.
I have eaten an onion like an apple.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do love grilled onions though.
Oh, they're so
I love
good.
grilled onions. I'll eat a burger with grilled onions on it. That's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so today's honeybee day.
Yeah, and you know what honeybees hate is ketchup.
Yeah, honeybees hate ketchup. We did not really talk much about it, except for the fact that we like honey. Honey is very good.
And bees are dying.
And they communicate with their butts. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, they communicate via dance, much like most Brazilian people.
Yeah, honeybees. There's a lot of similarities between Brazilians and honeybees, which we do have 11% of our listener base is in Brazil. So,
if you would like to, please shake your butt and let us know.
Please communicate to us through your butts at todayispodcast@gmail.com. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up because I got a trivia show to go to. What do you have any shows coming up?
I do. I have got a run of shows coming up at several VFWs and American Legions over the next couple weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know off the top of my head what they are, but they are on BobbyParkerComedy.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I have not updated my website since the special, so you can still get tickets to our special at the website. The ticket link does not work, but that's still up there. Obviously, Shantytown every Monday. Next week, August 21st, I will be in Mobile, Alabama, and at the I don't remember. I'll be in Mobile with Kellen Erskine. I'm going on tour with Kellen Erskine.
Very nice.
Next week, so we're going to be in Mobile and Niceville.
Nice.
Yeah. Mobile and Niceville. I'm trying to get on the New Orleans show too. I have not heard back if I can get on that. He's not sure if they've already got somebody scheduled to open for him or not. Because it is at a comedy club. The others are at small theaters.
Right.
We had a great show in Orlando. Looking forward to having some other great shows with him here coming up. So Thursday and Friday. Thursday I'll be in Mobile. Friday and Saturday. Friday I'll be in Mobile. Saturday I'll be in Niceville. Come watch us. I'm gonna put links on my website so you can get tickets to those shows. Other than that, be on the lookout for our special. Today is whatever we say it is, and you're here for it. I'm Joey Nickel.
I'm Bobby Parker.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Today is whatever they say it is, and we're here for it.